Coming up next, the Celtics taking on the Jazz. For the Celtics, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection, the unspoken bond that yields victory. Jazz, Celtics, coming up on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. Our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. And now, a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll host the Washington Wizards. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of games. You can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Markkanen and Kessler man the post positions. Collier out there with George, and it's Bailey in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser, and it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, RJ, tonight it figures to be a physical contest. Each of these teams excelling in rebounding.
Yeah, that's what both hang their hat on. This is a pride matchup. When you identify as a rebounding team, you never want to lose that guy.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Outside, Markkanen. Here's Kessler, and it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Queta. Rebound, Utah. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Hauser with the ball. He is guarded by Markkanen. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Bailey passes to Collier. Kessler a screen on Brown. 5 on the clock. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. The Jazz with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And finished off by Brown.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. The rebound by Queta.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Bailey misses. Celtics on offense. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Stolen by Kessler. Pritchard against George. Bailey with the ball. Jazz passing it around. Steps back and shoots. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Pritchard against George. Pass to Hauser. Now Pritchard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. Got a piece of it.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Down low. Here's multiple of those memorable ones. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Back to Kessler. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. They trail by 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from George.
And we don't call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their score.
Pass to Walsh. Pritchard from outside. Rebound, Utah.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
A steal. Over to the wing. Here's Hauser. Drains the three-pointer. Hauser's got 5.
They don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Markkanen. Scoreless thus far. Bailey with a wide-open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the left wing. Nice move. Here's Pritchard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Kessler passes to George. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
And the Jazz making a change. Filipowski's checked in.
Kyle Filipowski.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Just 2 to shoot. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George.
Oh, nice job by Markkanen, not losing his cool, even with the shot clock winding down.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Well, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 22-point game against Charlotte.
Before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wished I played with more guys like him.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Brown outside. Utah with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and it's Simons in for Pritchard. Boston on D. It's a 5-point game. Outside, George. Lock at 6. Moves over Hauser, and that one's good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Walsh. Brown right side. And the layup is good. Brown's got 6 points.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's George. He had dropped for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
wing. Back to Simons from past the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And you gotta get out on the head if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat for me.
And that's an intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain grab.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Simons. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Behind post, he drills it. Boston leading by 4. Now, here's Simon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And shot opportunity. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's got just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Clayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Sensabaugh. And here's Nurkic. And here comes Brown. Leading the fast break. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Gonzalez is checking in for the Celtics. Pass to George. Inside. All alone. And that's good off the glass that time.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Now, here's Simons. Pass to Minot. 6 to shoot. And that one, good. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Shireman. Ball movement by Boston. Fires the 3. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
I mean, the number of points they scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Nurkic. Outside for George. And they recover it. And George with the stop.
And watch out you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Now here's Gonzalez. Off target with his 3. Here's Sensabaugh. And 1 on the clock. And he claims the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The play.
The previous play is under review.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves it right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So, good call, fellas.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you? Stats one.
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Here's Simons. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Williams. Then it's George. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Nurkic to the middle. Season just started, GA. We have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intensity is moving. Social media, news travels fast.
That's good from Filipowski. Anderson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Free throws good from Filipowski. Celtics leading by 5. And here is Simon. Over George, the 11-footer. Back to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Man, lots of confidence on that 3 from Simons.
To Sensabaugh. Down low, Filipowski passes to Nurkic. He hits the button. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Outside, Simon. There's the pick from downtown. Utah with the rebound. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, the Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought to the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back to you, Kevin.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Austin with the ball. Following Nurkic's three-point attempt. Good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
George in the post. Covered by Simon. Drives to the hoop. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Fifth is in Bernie Simon.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. He hits the second from the line. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 9 points. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Got a hand on it. Here's Minot. Here he goes. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. And look at how... The hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And the Jazz with possession, following the bucket by the Celtics. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simon.
Looking here at some numbers for Kyle Anderson, how he performed last season. He put up about 6 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they need to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cade is checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Markkanen, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And please give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth team.
Checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Markkanen finds George. Inside, Filipowski. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Assisted by
George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Boston leading by 9. Pritchard with the ball. Still scoreless. To the inside. Rebound by Nurkic. The Jazz have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. Pass to Pritchard. The turnaround Jay. Boston again missing. Jazz trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Here's Shireman. Hits the three-point bomb. Shireman's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Pass to Nurkic. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Bailey's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Here's Markkanen, and he uses the glass on the lane. Markkanen's got his second bucket.
And I like that. Markkanen needs to play like a 7-footer because he's got the talent, but he also has a pretty strong frame when he wants to use it.
Here's Hauser. He's got 5. Hands it from downtown.
The D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
I like Bailey attacking the rim at that size.
Celtics leading by 11. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Rebounded by Bailey.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the fore.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Here's George, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And George with this stuff.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Brown after the basket by Utah. Fades and shoots. Markkanen with it. Picked up by Brown. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Name a type of shot. Keontae George can hit it more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
For Utah, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Brown outside. Fades away. Bucket is good. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
George passes to Bailey. He gets it in there.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And the foul is called. The intentional grab in there for some reason. Don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walsh is checked in. And it's Simons in for Pritchard. Filipowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. Marking in a screen on Simon. The three from George. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Brown outside. They set the pick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Every team in this league wants a Jaylen Brown, a tremendous two-way wing, and Brown can put up giant offensive numbers.
The Celtics making a switch here. Shireman's checked in. Collier, he's checked in for Utah. And Brown drops them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Simons against George. Shoots over Simons. And it's George missing.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Pass to Queta. And here's Brown outside. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Collier. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and following up the assist.
And plenty of contact up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can...
The previous play is under review.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with...
The ruling on the floor stands.
For just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And even if the coach still feels this was the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
The Jazz making a switch here. Filipowski's checked in. No good on the free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
No luck that time either.
And when I watch Ace Bailey, I see a wing with unlimited potential. Going forward, it's about refining that skill set and adding some strength to that frame.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Five to shoot. To the paint. Kessler passes to Markkanen. And he gets it to go. Markkanen's got 6 points.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Now Simon. He's got 6. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Jazz passing it around. Pass to Bailey. Now Markkanen. And it's Bailey in the corner. No good. That would have tied it. Down low. A rebound by the Jazz. Down low. Here's Sensabaugh. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Assisted.
Now just a 1-point Celtic lead. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. Pass to Simons. Here's Shireman. Fires away from way outside. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Brown. Here's Bailey. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Boston's gotten fond of that three-point shot in the first quarter. 4-9.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is at it again.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now here's Brown. 14 points for him. Excellent D there from Markkanen. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Boston on top. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your Rocket Arena Entertainment.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
And taking a look at Utah, they knew it was going to be a tough year. And I got to say, it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they're learning something out there. Challenging times for the franchise.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So it's Boston with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. We've got Peyton Pritchard. He's out there with Brown. And it's Walsh and at the force line. That's the Boston 5.
So comfortable in that corner. You better get out to Brown. If you don't, he's going to be sinking these all night.
Here's Hauser. From outside off the mark. Jazz trail by 6. Out left to the wing. It's tipped. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with a touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Queta. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Jacks on the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Queta. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Queta's got 7 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. I literally practice that every day. An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Count that bucket. Queta's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to them.
They need this. And Kessler throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Pritchard with the ball. Still without a basket. Oh, good with the triple. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jazz trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pritchard passes to Queta. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Walsh has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Kessler. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, got into his head right there.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Tillman, he's checked in for the Celtics. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. You look at Kessler. A terrific rebound, 5th overall.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Pass to Bailey. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Bailey misses.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now, Hauser. Right at the free throw line, and it's Brown missing. Jazz trail by 10. With the drive, it's stolen by Pritchard. Here's Tillman. Yep, that one goes. Tillman's got his first basket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's George. He's got 21. Bailey passes to Kessler. Can't hit from in close. It's the Celtics ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Brown finds Hauser. Buries the long-range jumper. Hauser's got 11.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Here's Collier. Nothing on the board. Pass to Kessler. Now Markkanen. Right side George. Over Pritchard. The shot by George, no good.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Jaylen Brown. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
First free throw is good.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
And Brown drops them both. Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Bailey. And here is Markkanen. To end the drought. They get it back. The 3. No good. Shot missing.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
76% from the line a season ago.
20. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can start getting some shots up.
You see yourself on the screen and you show your best move. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah. Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
George against Pritchard. From deep three-point land. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Walsh can't get it to go.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Here's Collier. Still yet to score. Pass to Markkanen. Pocket four. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop, but he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Walsh. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Collier, that's good.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And here is Brown. He's got 22. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. This one for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hauser's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Three-pointer, Markkanen up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. They set the pick. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Celtics lead by 19. Pass to George. Here's Kessler. On the wing, Markkanen. He's covered by Pritchard. Here's George. Tillman grabs the miss.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing. Just barely too late, and then catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And so George will bring it up for the jam. Filipowski. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc.
Taking
And
two
look,
shots.
they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Take a break.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
That's good from Filipowski. And he can't hit the second. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really look at this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Here's Sensabaugh. Following the three-pointer by Boston. After Filipowski, now here's Markkanen. And now they decide to foul intentional. Austin Morgan is switch here. Shireman's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Anderson, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now Anderson hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock to the left side wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Three-pointer, Simon. Utah with the rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Clayton. Covered by Simons. To the middle. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Those three-pointers off the mark.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here's Garza. It's a triple. Hits it from three-point range. Garza's got 5 now.
They're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Clayton. Here's Sensabaugh. And Shireman pulls it down. Shireman's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the wing right side. Here's Hauser. Filipowski grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Clayton. Covered by Simon. Filipowski. Yes, that goes in. Filipowski's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Shireman can hit. The Jazz shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Here's Clayton. No scoring in this one.
Nurkic not holding back at all on that finish.
There's 39 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Shireman. Back to Simons. Celtics passing it around. They set the screen. Off target from three-point range. Utah with the ball. Here's Clayton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. And so it's Boston cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Utah, Kyle Filipowski is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Here's Simons after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Shireman can hit.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Nurkic can hit. Boston leading by 20. Here's Gonzalez, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Sensabaugh. Inside. Now, here is George. Here's Sensabaugh. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Simons. A rebound by the Jazz. Lepowski's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
George passes to Nurkic. Latrey. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. That's now 26 points for George. And Simons has got the ball here for Boston. They have a 19-point lead. Outside Gonzalez. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, George. Pass to Nurkic. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Garza. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz trailed by 19. Outside, George. Here's Sensabaugh. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. They shot off that time. Fires top of the key. Shireman can't hit.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit, Rick.
Celtics foul. Timeout. Second personal foul.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
2 shots. The Jazz call timeout. Hey, Boston, let's get loud for Celtics entertainment. Hey, Boston, let's get loud for Celtics entertainment.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Shireman. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside, Simon. Over George. A nice shot by Simon.
You've got to keep track of Simons all over the floor. Give him an inch of space and he'll burn you.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he just punishes the D from falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
Here's Minor. Good on the triple. And the Celtics lead by 20.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Simons against George. Off target from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding.
For Utah, they've gone through late here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over
second team foul.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Bailey is checked in for the Jazz. Now, here's Simon. Pass to Brown. Over Markkanen. Rebound, Utah. Bailey with the ball. Here's Filipowski. Now, here's Markkanen. Covered by Simon. Just 5 on the clock. And here's George. From outside the arc. Pass to Filipowski. Now, Bailey. Launches a 3. They get the rebound. George with no one around. It out to Markkanen. Tries yet again. Outside, George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Utah.
Good setup from Nurkic. Unselfish play there.
Simons surveying the D. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. They trail by 18. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Anfernee Simons. The Jazz also changing it up. Walker Kessler comes in for Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Collier in for Filipowski. Now, here is George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Count it.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
George against Richard. Pass to Kessler. Now Bailey. Hauser defending. Good work there as it goes. 6 points for Ace Bailey.
A little contact like that isn't going to do much to alter Bailey.
Pritchard passes to Queta. Six to shoot. There's the screen. Brown wide open. He fires. Bailey's hit from three-point range. Brown's got 27.
And you can tell he's starting to figure things out here in the second half.
Here's Collier. Puts it out to Markkanen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, but now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
George against Richard. To the middle. Queta. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And the Celtics making a change here. Walsh is checked in.
Number 27, Jordan Walsh.
Jazz trail by 16. Here's Collier. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got 9 rebounds tonight. And Kessler throws it down.
Nice pass by the rookie Bailey. They love seeing Ace set up others.
Celtics leading by 14. Now Pritchard. They get it again.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And Utah has possession. And here's George. Pass to Collier. Pocket 6. Markkanen from outside. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Now here's Brown. Thanked in off the glass. Brown's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pritchard with the ball. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. Pritchard's got his first 2 points.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
For the 3, and it's Collier missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Brown. That one wide left. Jazz trail by 20. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
4th team foul. Substitution on the court.
Boston on D. Down low. Here's Kessler. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Assist goes to.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Defended by George.
2 minutes.
Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 21.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Shooting for Utah, George at the line for
That one
2.
is off. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Gonzalez's shot is off. Jazz trail by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. Clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here from 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 54 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
Sensabaugh, 2 shots. Boston, timeout. Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston.
For the Jazz again, Walker Kessler. He's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Markkanen comes in for Kyle Filipowski. And Bailey snubbed in for Kyle Anderson.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Gonzalez. Kessler with the rebound. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. pass to Markkanen. Here's the three. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
I like seeing Markkanen be this assertive offensively. Sometimes the defense doesn't know what to do when he has
3 shots. 3 shots.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3. It's an 18-point game. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
From deep three-point land, Gonzalez's shot is off. Here's Mikhailu. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And now we present our player of the game.